should be at least a 4.5-point dog in the first half. 3.5 is baking in the zig-zag-zag. If I were to play it, it would be the first quarter. It would be Lakers first quarter plus the 2.5. Thinking that, one, they can muck it up.
Fall and winter grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks.
What is dedication?
You're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown, Poland.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom.
9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown, Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane, they got gas.
You're listening to WRDB, Western Reserve Digital Broadcasting, Youngstown, Warren, Salem, and around the world. Please stand by for a special presentation of Western Reserve Radio at West Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
And we welcome you to Bedford High School here at the home of the Bearcats, but today it is the home of the Snake Pit as the Cleveland Cobras get ready to kick off their 2026 season as they get ready to host the Erie Express. Hello everyone, Jim Craven with you along with Coach Bob Gessler. Hi atop Bedford Stadium as we get ready for game one for the Cleveland Cobras. However, for the Erie Express, it will be their third game this season as they have gone 1-1 so far, a win over the Youngstown Patricians last week. 2 weeks ago, they fall to the Beaver County Arctic Bengals. For the Cleveland Cobras, they come in off last season 5-5, eliminated in the second round of the PAFL Tier 2 playoffs by the Ohio Broncos, now the Cleveland Broncos, and the Erie Express. They bowed out in the first round of the Tier 1 playoffs as they lost to Glass City by a score of 32-26. And after a weather delay here in Bedford, we are going to have an abbreviated pregame here. We'll get ready to see some of the new faces for the Cleveland Cobras. But one thing we do know for sure, at least at this point, we do expect Dave Slap Thompson to be back at quarterback. A little bumped up last year, but did a good job for the Cobras.
Yeah, you did a great job. Again, with a little bit of rebuilding this year, we see some different faces, decent size, some young players, and we're getting ready here to get moving.
Officials got them on the field as we're at about 28 minutes late for kickoff here. A storm again coming through the area. However, that is now followed up by some partly cloudy skies and even some rainbows, Coach. So maybe a good sign.
Double rainbows.
Well, maybe that's a good sign here as Ben Lyons will get ready to kick this one off, and we are underway here, the 2026 season. That one will head to the sideline. We'll get a flag, and the Express will start off 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Again, overcast, guys, here. Storm just moving through here. 63 degrees here on a wet turf now.
I'm going to do this real quick. My great niece, Carmela, turns 3, and her brother Frankie turns 7. So Uncle Bob says, happy birthday. They're at a party, and they're listening to our broadcast because they wanted to hear Jim and Uncle Bobby do the game. So happy birthday, guys. God bless you.
Happy birthday as we get this one started. Looking at the radar, it looks like the storm has moved through. So we're hoping we are good for the rest of the way here. As we have a little bit of a delay here. And for the Erie Express, it'll be John Amon, the 6'3", 210 quarterback out of Allegheny College, that we will see first here at the quarterback position for Erie. They'll start, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. I said 25. So Amon now into shotgun. He's going to move Elijah Harris to his right hip. Twin receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side with a wing back. Handoff to the left side. Looking for some room to run. And he's going to be stopped at the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard or 2 by the Cleveland Cobras. That'll bring up 2nd and probably about 11. Well, make it 12. They're going to say a loss of 2 for the Erie Express. And, Coach, one of the strengths of the Cleveland Cobras has been this linebacking core as they brought in some talent. They're going to run a 4-2-5 defense here, so going to get some good contact and maybe some good coverage.
Yeah, the McDonald come flying up there. Outstanding job. He looks like he's playing maybe a safety. Yeah, it looks like he's playing safety, or is he one of the outside linebackers walked up? So outstanding job by that young man. I mean, he fought through some defense and was in there making a tackle. Good job.
Adam Rogerson, the head coach of the Cleveland Cobras. Jamar Fleming, the defensive coordinator. Back to pass now. Amon looking downfield, has a receiver open, and it's going to be caught. And into the end zone for the touchdown. Trying to get a number here. Ryan Whitman, the 6'3", 180-pound wide receiver out of St. Francis, with the big-time score, gets Erie on the board. They take a 6-0 lead.
I'll tell you what, Jim, I'll tell you, it looked like there was a little bit of a shove right on the separation. I think that one should have been called because that got him the separation. I don't like that one. Don't like that one.
Extra point coming up for Erie. Nathan Lazon out of Mercyhurst High School going to come in and attempt the extra point. Only 13:50 left on the clock. We're only a minute 10 into the game. And Erie already with the long touchdown. Lazon with the boot. He'll get this one up through, and it will be good. 13:50 remaining here, first quarter. Erie takes a 7-0 lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia1 Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia1 Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia1 Network, your sports app in the Valley. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
This is number 89, Matt Wise, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network.
Erie to kick off here. 13:50 left here, first quarter. Express with a 7-0 lead. Now move the ball back to the 30. Trying to get a little bit, trying there, Coach. Maybe moving it up a little bit. Trying to get that.
A little edge there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, if you can get away with it, why not?
So Nathan Lazon, again, 6 foot 190. He'll kick this off to the Cobras. Cobras seeing the first time, or seeing, offense for the first time this year. He'll pick this one at the 13, drop it, pick it up at the 12, and bring it out to the 20-yard line. Trying to look for room to run, and it'll be brought down near the 21-yard line. And I believe that's going to be Tyree Knight on the return. Saw number 1. A couple of the jerseys that haven't come in this year, so it's going to be a little bit rough today, so we do apologize, but I believe that is Tyree Knight. Trying to look for some room, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cleveland Cobras.
Yeah, you can't bobble a ball like that, Jim. You know that takes out. It's just like anything else. High snap, low snap. It just it takes the timing off, and even in kickoff and return, I mean that messes you up. So because the blocks are there, and if he's messing around and fumbles it and tries to pick it up, it's just that the play called on the return is not good enough.
Three receivers to the left of Dave Thompson now. Single receiver to the near side. Thompson waiting for the snap. And he'll hand this one, quick pass out, to the far side. It'll be caught and brought out for maybe about a yard gain. I believe that's going to be Julian Hunley on the reception, a 5'10" receiver for Cleveland, a new face for the Cobras as the clock will continue to run down to about 13:20.
It looked like Mel Carlson was on. Carson was on the tackle on that. I got a couple of numbers. It was on the far side. Couldn't quite get that one.
So second and about 9 for Cleveland. 13:08 to go here, first quarter. Express with a 7-0 lead. So Thompson in the shotgun. He'll go with three receivers to his left again this time. Single receiver to the near side. Cleveland moving left to right on your devices. This time, they'll hand it off, trying to look for room to run, and it'll be hemmed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple of yards. Looks like Javon Provitt leading the charge on that one, as well as young man by the name of Christopher Ford. I said young man. I say that tongue-in-cheek for the guy that we know affectionately as 50.
Yeah, got to talk to him, both him and Provitt, for the game, and just made a little comment from us down in Youngstown, Ohio, and in the Warren area. There's been so many Provitts, I think, since the 70s. Every time you turn around, there's another Provitt on a football field.
Indeed, that is the case. Cobras now 3rd and 9. And Thompson in the shotgun, one running back to his right. He'll still have the three receivers to his left. And back to pass, three-step drop. Looks downfield, fires, has a man open. It's going to be short and picked off at the 40-yard line, but a flag on the play, and that's going to be right at the point where there was contact.
No, Jim, he had him by the jersey. He stretched that jersey out right in front of the official. I'm glad they called it because he held him up. So, yeah, that was definitely a hold.
I believe that's going to be William Anglin, the 6'3" receiver for Cleveland. And that should give them a first down.
And I believe it was Chris Weems, on the coverage.
Well, didn't get the number. It was 20-something, maybe 2. Don't know. It's 11:41 here as the clock continues to run. Thompson now back in his shotgun. He'll stay in that probably the entire game. Three receivers to his left. Again, that single receiver to the near side. That'll be Anglin. Erie with the four-man front. Thompson, three-step drop again, looking out to his right. Fires over the middle. That's going to be caught at the 45-yard line. Cut back to the outside. Anglin looking for the 30. Gets to the border, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds right around the 17-yard line. We'll see where they're going to spot it. And that'll give Cleveland a first down well into Express territory.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if he had a little bit more room, he had Chris Weems beat, but He just ran out of real estate and was there. Oh, no, boy.
And we're going to have a dead ball foul here. Flag coming well after the play. And I see the officials pointing at people. I think he's telling them to go to the sideline. I'm not sure.
I believe so.
See if we can get a call from our officials. Maybe not an ejection, but go to the sideline, cool off. Did anybody leave the field, though?
Did not see anybody leave the field.
Okay, maybe the official.
He did point. Yeah, he did point, though. You're right, Jim.
Maybe he felt otherwise about it.
Or maybe a Cobra player went over and said he was all right because they were John.
All right, so they'll go back to the three receivers to the far side of the field. England, again, going to be the single receiver. He's going to be one-on-one with Trey Holloway, the defensive back out of Strong Vincent High School. Thompson with the call. He'll plant his feet, looking out to his right. Fires over the middle. England's going to have it. It's going to go through his hands. Incomplete. Second down coming up for Cleveland, and a well-thrown pass just couldn't be brought in. Surface is a little bit wet here, so it's hard to say if that ball maybe has a little bit of moisture on it.
Well, you know what Coach would say, catch the ball. If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it. He was wide open. He ran kind of it would have been a skinny post or an in route, and he had him on a dead run, and he got a hand on it. Just couldn't get the other one up.
All right, 10:20 to go here. Clock will continue to run. 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. Ball inside the 20-yard line. Thompson with three receivers to the left again. England again to the near side. Quick pass out to the far side. We're going to have a flag on the play, and that might be an illegal procedure. Pass was complete to Julian Hundley, but we'll see what the call is.
Or an offside, Jim. Oh. Yeah, he's pointing to the Cobras.
Okay, so this is going to be a sideline warning against Erie. So really nothing to do there.
Okay.
All right.
Because he was pointing to the Cobras, so apparently he was saying sidelines.
No yards assessed on the initial warning. 9:40 left here, first quarter. Erie with a 7-0 lead. They score on their first drive on a big pass from John Amon. Bringing up third down now. 3rd and about 6. They can get a first down inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. As Thompson now going to point some things out to the right side. Angling again one-on-one to this near side. Pump fake out to the left side. Fires, and it's going to be thrown over the head of the receiver. Incomplete. And that's going to bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Ben Lyons, the 6'2" kicker out of Northwestern University. He has been a weapon, and the question is, can you get a good snap, a good hold?
Yeah.
And at this level, that has been a question over the last couple of years.
Well, a lot of teams don't practice a lot on special teams because you're trying to get the team, your offense and defense in.
So the ball at the 14-yard line, 31-yard field goal attempt for the Cobras. They trail 7-0. Lions, the right-footed kicker. Wait for the snap. Kick is up. And it's got plenty of distance, and it is good. 8:35 left here, first quarter. Cleveland gets on the board by way of a 31-yard field goal. 7-3 is your score. Express with the lead. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
This is number 2, best safety in the league, Chris Frazier, and you're listening to the Cleveland Cobras on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
8:31 left here. Lions with the low kick here at the 20-yard line. Picked up by Erie and brought out to the 30. Past the 30 down near the 32-yard line. And that's where Erie will set up for their second possession.
We have a timeout, Jim, for an injury.
Injury on the field. An Erie player down. 8:21 to go here. Take a look at some of the notable games from around this level this week. It'll be the Capital City Bandits taking on the Lima Warriors. Warriors get shut out last week by the Tri-State Longhorns. Tri-County Rams will take on the Beaver County Arctic Bengals. The Tuscarawas Warriors will take on the PA Dogs. The Glass City Tigers will head to Michigan to take on the Force. The Flag City Phantoms will take on the Grand Rapids Surge. We'll keep an eye on that game. Cleveland scheduled to see Flag City next Saturday on the 16th. And then the Flint Fury will head to Detroit, Michigan to try to unravel the mystery of the Detroit Ravens, coach. I don't believe they have lost since they played back in the Roman Coliseum. So it's been a while.
Well, that's dedication for your team and your staff. And, you know, if you could get players coming back year after year, that is such, especially at this level, that is such a big deal for you. And we got a big wave from one of our ex-Scourge players, Robert Berkey, in the house. And
Berkey. War number 35 for us.
9 times out of 10 was tackling without a helmet. Or if a couple of plays, we thought that he was carrying the defender's head in his arms a few times.
And he does it with a smile.
He sure does.
The $1 million smile, I tell you. One of the great characters at this level.
Yeah.
And a great time. I'll tell you, an even better teammate.
Oh, yeah.
As Erie player will make his way to the sideline. 8:21 left here, first quarter. 7-3 is your score. Erie with the lead as Amon will line up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left this time. Single receiver to the far side. James Ziegler, he'll come in just a little bit, just outside the hash marks as Amon now scanning over the Cobra defense. Cobra showing some pressure up front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost. Handoff off the right side and some room to run past the 40 and down to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 now for the Express.
Look like Robert Littlejohn on the tackle. We'll mention his name about 400 times in a game. He is all over the field. Great player.
He is sideline to sideline. As Amon will go right back to the line. He'll go to 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the far side. Movement up front. We're going to have a flag, and we'll get a whistle. We'll see if this is going to be an encroachment or an offside, and it's... they're going to say this is against... I don't know. The official twice said Cleveland, and then once said Erie. So I believe that one is going to be against the Cobras, though, and that should result in an easy first down for the Erie Express. That'll mark the ball at the 46-yard line. They had to get to 45. To the 45, for a first down. 7:46 left here, first quarter. Erie 7, Cleveland 3.
Yeah, you got to keep that adrenaline bottled up. Watch the football. Don't let the quarterback make you lineman silly.
Yeah, and you kind of expect this. Erie's got 2 games under their belt here, so a little bit more fluid. Cleveland, no. Stacked with talent this year is Amon. With the handoff, right straight up the middle, and he'll fight his way past the midfield stripe into Cleveland territory. That's going to be a second down now for Cleveland. Jared Iavarone out of General McLean, 5'10", 165 pounds, listed as a linebacker and running back, as Amon now going right back to the line. He'll step back again. 3 receivers to the near side. Williams, Troop, Singleton. I believe that's going to be Ryan Whitman, the outside receiver. He'll send a man in motion from left to right. Hand off again, left side, room to run, past the 45, and down near the 42-yard line. Enough for an Erie Express first down, 6:38 to go here, first quarter.
Derek Brumfield on there stepped up, made a nice tackle, got some buddies going, but they're Erie's getting a good push by that offensive line, and they're getting some yardage. Defense has got to tighten up on this.
Mon right back to the line. He'll have his 3 receivers to the left. And he's going to take his time, check with the sideline. Azir Singleton's going to step back, take a look. He'll line back up. He'll be the middle receiver in that trio. Mon now waiting for the snap. 6:08 to go here, first quarter. 3-step drop. Shoulder fake, steps up in the pocket, and almost brought down. He's going to find some room to run, get past the 40, and out near the 32-yard line, I believe is where they're going to mark it. And we're going to have a Cobra player down briefly. All right, so no worse for the wear. Donovan Mormon going to jump up and head right back to the huddle, as tough as they come.
That's a big body, Jim.
Yes, it is. We've seen him come through that line and swallow up a few people that have disappeared, and I don't know if we've recovered them yet. So 1st and 10 for Erie. Ball at the 31-yard line. I'm on in the shotgun. One running back to his right. And some movement up front, and we're going to get a flag here. Now, the flag went straight up in the air. And it's going to be an encroachment coming up against Cleveland. And I think Deontay McDonald is arguing that Erie's moving on that left side of the line. As the officials will talk, we'll see if we can clear that up.
If he's moving forward, he goes sideways, it's okay. But if he's going forward, procedure.
All right, so congratulations to Deontay McDonald for winning that argument. All right. You don't get to do that very often.
No, absolutely not. But he went to the official. Official saw something.
All right, 1st and 15 for Erie. Now, ball at the 36-yard line. I'm on in the shotgun. Whitman, the outside receiver in the trio to our near side. Erie moving right to left on your devices if you're listening in on the iMedia1 network app. Read option. Take this one up the middle, out to the left side, and rolled up down near the 34-yard line. Brought down by Quay Harris. Another big run by Jared Iavarone. 4:44 to go here, first quarter. Erie with a 7-3 lead. Erie 1-1 here in the early going of the 2026 season. Cobras making their debut today. So the 3 receivers now will move to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Whitman. Come on, taking his time. 3-step drop, looking out to his left. Down the sideline, looking for Whitman. And he's going to have to play defensive back and knock it away as he was one-on-one with Cam McCauley. McCauley playing some arena ball this year as well. Big part of the Cleveland Cobras over the last couple years, Coach.
Yep. Good job, good coverage, but I want to tell you something. I would have called that offensive pass interference because he climbed up all over him and grabbed him to try to get that ball, and that should have been offensive interference.
3:49 to go here. Clock will continue to run. 7-3 is your score. Express with the lead. Whitman, the single receiver to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. I'm on in the shotgun. Ball still at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 11 for the visitors. I'm on with the snap. Rolling out to the far side. Looking downfield. Fires. And that's going to be caught near the 15-yard line. See if they give him the 15 or 16. 15 will be it. It'll be a first down for Erie. 3:22 to go here, first quarter.
Yeah, he got open on that out, and there was nobody around him. Good job by the quarterback rolling that way, and we hit him on a dart. Was able to get both feet down. It looked like both feet were already down before he got to the sidelines.
Erie going right back to the line this time. Whitman again, the single receiver to the near side. I'm on in the shotgun. Iavarone running back to his right. 7-3 is the score. Erie with the lead. Got some movement in the back, and I believe that they were going to have Iavarone moving in there. Got a little bit excited there, Coach, and gravity shifted on him.
Yeah, you expect that out of a big guy when he gets that body leaning forward, but these little guys, he should have been able to stand still.
Everyone looks like he's got a little something on him too there, Coach. Maybe it could be an H-back, a tight end, but we will move the ball back to the 21-yard line. So 1st and 15, your favorite down and distance, Coach. We know that's the way you had it scripted.
Yeah.
We just made sure you could call it that way. Amon with the snap. 3-step drop, looking out to his left. Fires, looking for Whitman in the corner, and it's going to be caught. Is it caught inbounds, and it is an Erie touchdown.
Wow.
21 yards.
I want to tell you something, Jim. They're letting him play, there's no doubt, but they're battling, and he's doing a little bit too much of pushing off when the ball gets there. But that's why I'm up here, and I don't wear the stripes. Should be called. But, again, they're letting him play, so see what happens.
And, again, I think that's the advantage you get when you've had a couple games under your belt. Things are moving a little bit smoother. As the official checking with the Cleveland sideline. Not sure what he's...
Unsportsmanlike? Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. They're going to take it on the kickoff.
Okay, so was that against Erie? I missed the last signal.
I believe it was against Erie.
Because I believe they probably would have been asking head coach Adam Rogerson if he wanted to accept the penalty or how he wanted to accept it.
Right. That's why I'm thinking. He didn't give me a point. I mean, he just kept throwing his arms, towards the Erie goal line.
All right, Nathan Lazan lining up for the extra point. 2:12 to go here, first quarter. Erie with a 13-3 lead. Movement up front, snap is back. Kick is blocked. And it's going to be a scramble, and it's going to be downed. And that's where the score will remain. 2:12 left here, first quarter. Erie with a 13-3 lead. We'll step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on the iMedia1 network.
Play the new $5 Win Big Scratch-Off for a chance to win $100,000. But if you don't, just scan that ticket for a second chance to win big. Enter our Big Game Second Chance promotion to win great pro football prizes, including Cleveland tickets, Cincinnati tickets, or even tickets to the biggest football game of the year. If football is your passion, Win Big is your game. Only from the Ohio Lottery.
Way to go, Brian.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
First quarter action here. Erie with a 13-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Erie with 2 touchdowns through the air. Cleveland with the 31-yard field goal to get on the board. As Lazan will come to kick this off for Erie. Storm came through here earlier. Things looking quite nice now. Cool enough out for a nice football game here in May. As Tyree Knight back to return this one. This one's going to be short, though. Fielded at the 35-yard line. He'll take a step back, try to find some room to run, and wrapped up near the 39-yard line by a host of Erie Express players. Still won't leave Cleveland with bad field position, but got to get upfield, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know what he was hesitating. When you get a short kick like that, it's just grab the ball and go forward and get what you can get. He's bouncing around, waiting for them to get to him. He's losing ground by that. Just take it and go. I'm sure our coach will have something to say about that.
First and 10 for Cleveland. They'll mark the ball at the 37-yard line. 2:02 to go here, first quarter. Express 13, Cleveland 3.
There's something about that 49 that says Craven on the back. When I see it on the field, I get excited.
You better say that with a smile. Angling a single receiver to the far side, 3 receivers to the near side. Thompson in a shotgun, 1 running back to his left. They'll snap this one from the center of the field. Erie showing some pressure out from the outside. Quick pass out to the near side. That one going to be caught. Looking for room to run. Upfield past the 40 and out to the 41-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on the play, maybe 5. We'll call that 4, so 2nd and 6 for Cleveland coming up here. 1:45 left here, first frame. Erie with a 13-3 lead.
Yeah, Slap's just got to get that ball down and try to hit him either in the waist or in the chest, because when he throws it up high and they got to kind of reach for it, by the time he turns around, they're up there, the defense is up there. So he's got to get that ball out a little bit quicker and on target.
So 2nd and 6 for Cleveland. Three receivers out to the far side now. They'll go single receiver to the near side. Thompson will stay in that shotgun. Now I have to get to the 47-yard line for a first down. Movement up front. Thompson's going to snap this, and we're going to get a whistle. May have called that unabated to the quarterback, and it will be 5 yards against the Erie Express.
Yeah, I think they were going to call it anyway, Jim, because he didn't get back before the snap regardless, but they did blow it dead. So Cleveland's just got to keep under control. Don't get greedy. Just keep grinding it out. Got plenty of football. Just coming to the end of the first quarter, so you're going to be fine.
45 seconds left here. First frame. 3 receivers to the far side. Thompson waiting for the snap. I think that's going to be out wise to the single side. Handoff to the left side. Cleveland with some room to run. They'll get the first down. Ball down at the Erie 45-yard line. 25 seconds left here. Clock will stop. We have an Erie player down, so we'll have an injury timeout.
Well, he got pancaked. Somebody came from the backside on a trap, it looks like, or they pulled him, and he unloaded.
Obviously in some discomfort here. Trainers will come out to take a look at him. Beth Betancourt, the longtime member of this organization, acting as a trainer the last couple of years, taking care of these guys, keeping them upright. Want to welcome everybody in. If you're listening in on the iMedia1 network app, if you're listening on any of the iMedia1 social media platforms, or if you're watching video on the Cleveland Cobras Facebook page. A little bit of a rough signal up here, especially with that storm coming through, I guess. And now that will be Javon Provitt making his way back up. He's a big man to go down.
He's a big man.
The former Warren Harding Raider, coming from a long line. As far back as I can go.
Holy mackerel. I said it earlier. Again, even back, I think as far as the 70s, there was always a Provitt playing Warren that you heard the name.
I graduated in 93, and before that it was Omar Provitt. I had to ask Javon, who is that to you? Because, I mean, I don't find it coincidental, but and he said that was my uncle.
Yeah, because there was wasn't there a bunch of the boys that played?
Oh, yeah, great athletes here. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cobras. Handoff. And we're kind of an awkward kind of play there. We'll get a flag.
It's got to be procedure.
And it's going to be a false start coming up against Cleveland. That will push him back to the midfield stripe. 1st and 15, just like the way the coach likes it.
Yeah, I had a playbook for that. Again, I used to tell our officials that helped us out, I'd tell them, just give me 1st and 15, and then that way we'll just go there, give me first down, and then that way we'll just burn that, because that seems to happen a lot with us.
All right, that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Bedford. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to Said it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge.
Beginning of the second quarter here, and the officials trying to figure out how to flip the field as they will bring the Cobras to the other side here. They'll be moving right to left now. I think there was a little confusion from everybody because the teams ran out there and lined up so fast.
Yeah, then they flipped them, and they didn't move the ball back, and they didn't move the sticks. So, yeah, that would have given them a little bit of a disadvantage.
All right. So 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Cleveland working from the middle of the field. 3 receivers to the left of Thompson. Single receiver to the far side. Thompson with the hard count. Back to pass. Fires this one downfield. Has a man open. It's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to drop it. I believe that's going to be Matt Wise. The intended receiver couldn't bring it in. And that'll bring up 2nd down for Cleveland as we just get underway here in the second quarter.
He had him wide open. Looked like he dropped it in there, but Matt couldn't bring it in. Outran the DB.
So 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. Cleveland testing out the receivers. Go twin receivers to the far side, twins to the near side. Thompson in the shotgun. 14-14 remaining here in the first half. Express with a 13-3 lead. Thompson with the hard count. Let's try to draw him off. 3-step drop, fires back, and just dump this one over his head. Complete out to the 45-yard line. Through it for 1st down and down near the 31. Trying to get a number for you on that. 1st down for Cleveland. That looks like that's going to be Robinson. Keyshawn Robinson came around last year towards the end of the season there, Coach. Did a great job. Malik Gaddy was the primary running back, moved over to defense. Robinson, 5'9", 180 pounds, out of Twinsburg High School.
That's a good program there.
Thompson in the shotgun. He'll move a running back from his right hip to his left. Receivers will be 2 by 2. 13-19 to go here. Erie leads 13-3. Thompson waiting for the snap. Shoulder fake, fires over the middle. That's going to be caught. Inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Some contact in there. He'll hold on to it. That'll bring up 2nd down now for Cleveland. 2nd and about 7, we'll call it.
That's a very dangerous throw because it's right in front of them linebackers. And if that's timed out right, that could have been deadly.
12:50 to go here on this 2nd down. 2nd and 7. I'll go 3 receivers to the near side this time. One receiver out to the far side. 12.5 to go here. 13-3 is your score. Handoff off the left side. Nowhere to go and going to be brought down. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage at best. Could have also called that a yard loss. I wish I could tell you wearing number 22, but that's Matt Federer. I don't know if that's Matt. Matt's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Again, early season here. Sometimes got to make a few adjustments with the roster. 11:56 to go here, second quarter. They'll go 3 receivers to the far side again. Wise will be the outside receiver. Julian Hunley will be the slot out there. Waiting to see him get involved here. Got to see him last year with the Cleveland Rams, an outstanding athlete. As Thompson will wait for the ball, back to pass. Fires, caught. And it's going to be brought out to the 20-yard line. He'll make another move, probably lose a few yards, and finally try to find that corner inside the 10 and down near the 8-yard line. I believe, trying to see the number here, but was that William Anglin on the reception? I believe it was. The wide receiver, 6'3", big target there, Coach. 200 pounds out of Ohio Valley. I believe that's going to be Central Catholic. They say CC, or is it community college? I'm not sure. We're supposed to know that, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, so 1st and goal from inside the 10. Ball marked Here I think it's going to be the 8-yard line. Thompson in the shotgun. Trips to his right side. Anglin, one-on-one to his left. Thompson again with the hard count, likes to try to draw him off. Plants his feet, fires out to the right, and it's going to off the tip of the defender's finger. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone, picked off by Erie, and brought out of the end zone, out to the 12-yard line. First turnover of the day goes to the Erie Express.
Yeah, it got tipped around a little bit. Looked like Jim. He threw it into a crowd. He should have. I thought he was really going to take off on that. He might have been able to get a few yards on that, but he threw it into a crowd and can't do that in the end zone. Things aren't going to be well when that comes out of there.
10.5 minutes left here in the half. Cleveland with the turnover. Erie with the ball now. And we talk about some of the new faces, including Julian Hunley. Again, he's been outstanding. William Anglin obviously has been a favorite target of Slab Thompson here early.
Got to run the ball a little bit, Jim. Can't rely on that throw all the time. Make them earn it.
Cleveland with a 4-man front. Chris Frazier stepping up to safety. Erie sending a man in motion from left to right. I'll hand this one off the left side, and it's going to be a host of black jerseys going to bring him down. May have been a yard or two loss. Second down now for the Erie Express.
Yeah, we didn't get numbers on that, but we'll say it was a couple of linebackers and a couple on the right side of the defense.
Let's just go with the entire right side of the defense.
Yeah, because, man, all four of them met him at the line of scrimmage.
I have Verone on the run off the left side there. Call that a blackout. Antoine Ford in a linebacker for the Cleveland Cobras. He is a new face also to this Cleveland team this year. Amon in the shotgun. 3-step drop. Stepping up in the pocket. Under some pressure. Trying to find some room out the left side. He's going to be brought down from behind. I believe that's going to be Cam McCauley on the stop. That's going to bring up third down for Erie. Erie 3rd and 10 now with 9:34 to go here in the second quarter. Sun peeking through here after a delayed start. 7 o'clock kickoff was scheduled. I guess we started about 7:40, I think, 7:35. As Amon now in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, single receiver to his left. Wait for the snap. 3-step drop again. Plants his feet, looking downfield under pressure, rolls out to the near side. Still looking downfield, fires, and it's going to be caught. But was it caught in bounds? And there's going to be a flag on the play at the point where the receivers were.
Okay. Holding.
So they're going to say holding against Cleveland prior to the pass. So either way, I believe that's going to be an automatic first down. Clock will stop with 8:53 to go here, second quarter. Erie with a 13-3 lead. They're going to move the ball up near the 28-yard line. So first down for Erie. I'm on under a ton of pressure, Coach.
Yeah, but we can't make these penalties. You had them.
Single receiver to the near side. That'll be James Ziegler for Erie. 3 receivers to the far side. I'm on in the shotgun. On, waiting for the snap. He'll take his time and check with the sideline. Check with head coach Mike McKinnon and crew over there. And as I'm on, quick pass out to the far side. This one's, I believe, going to be caught by Whitman and brought down after about a 5-yard gain or so. Mike McKinnon, call him Hollywood, a former Express player, now the head coach of the Erie Express.
Art Green, I believe it was 44. It's hard to see these numbers.
Or is it 94?
Look like a linebacker.
All right, so again, we're having a little rough time with the numbers, but those things will be rectified coming up in the weeks as we get into PAFL play. This a preseason game as Amon waits for the snap. 7:42 to go here. Back to pass. Fires out to the far side. And that was going to be brought in one-handed. An outstanding catch. Nazir Singleton, 6'2", 180 pounds, out of Walsh University. About 35 minutes from here, Coach. I came from there prior to this game.
Yep, absolutely.
So first down for Erie. They'll mark the ball at the 42-yard line. 7:16 to go here, second quarter. Erie with a 13-3 lead. Amon in the shotgun, one running back to his right. He'll do the check with me. Apparently got what he wants now. One high safety for Cleveland. Receivers 2 by 2. Send a man in motion from right to left. I'll hand this one off up the middle, room to run, and brought down at the 47-yard line. Pickup of about 5, 2nd and 5 now for Erie.
Good job by the linebacking core. They read it, went and filled. 5 yards though on a first play. You got to try to get there a little quicker.
Come on, right back there. And he'll quick pass out to the far side. That'll be caught. Brought out past midfield. And out of bounds near the 42-yard line into Cobra territory. 6:20 to go here, second quarter. Erie keeping this fast pace up, knowing Cleveland hasn't really had any kind of live action. They're taking advantage of that as Cleveland tries to figure out their way here early in the season.
Yeah, that's the difference between having 2 games under your belt and this is your first one. It's very difficult going into a game like this because you're rusty and you don't know your players. You're hoping that they all stand in there.
Come on, back in the shotgun. And a lot of this they do to keep Cleveland from substituting. On, back to pass. Looking out to his left, fires. And that's going to be almost intercepted by Cleveland. Tipped out of bounds into the Erie sideline. That'll bring up second down now for Erie. 5:27 to go here in the first half.
That was by Harris. Did a good job. Saw the ball, broke on it. Like to have seen him come down with that, but we'll take that right now.
Quay Harris, the 6'3", 170-pound safety out of Hazelhurst High School.
Hazelhurst. Okay.
2nd and 10 for Erie. 3 receivers to the near side. Williams Troop will be the inside receiver. Watch him go in motion from time to time. Single receiver to the far side. Come on, waiting for the snap. Rolling out to the near side, looking downfield. Going to fire. That one's going to be caught at the 30-yard line, and that should be enough for an Erie first down brought in by Nazir Singleton. And we just talked about him out of Walsh University, the former Cavalier. Speaking of Cavaliers, Cavaliers knock off the Detroit Pistons earlier to stay in this one. 2-1, Detroit leads the series. On back, right to the line again. And off straight up the middle, contact made, brought down. Nehemiah Lightfoot crashing down the line, brings him down. He'll get some help from Antoine Ford.
Yeah, that was a great job. Stepped in that one, hit that one solid, dropped him where he had him.
I don't know if that 49's ever looked so good. Just under 4 minutes to play here, first half. I'm on back into the shotgun again. Erie, no huddle. 2nd and 9, back to pass, 3-step drop. Again, looking out to his left. Under pressure, and he's going to be brought down. Ball's loose. And it's going to be covered up by Erie. Cleveland gets to John Amon. They'll lose some yards on this. That'll put him back with about 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Erie with a 13-3 lead. Good pressure coming off the right side of that Cobra defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, outstanding. And linebackers see that, and he takes off. They're coming up, and they're filling, especially when they're sending 3 receivers deep. Them backers are coming.
So ball at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 20. Here you'll have to get to the 20-yard line to get the first down. Come on back in the shotgun. Single receiver to the near side. He'll flip Mo Heidelberg from the left hip to the right hip. Back to pass again, stepping up in the pocket, and he'll throw this one right into the turf. We'll see if they're going to give him credit for getting rid of it. And a Donovan Mormon in there, and he's got a couple express players under him. And we're going to have a late flag here, and I think Donovan Mormon may get tagged with a 15-yarder. After making such a great play, it indeed will being unsportsmanlike conduct. Donovan Mormon driving one of the Erie linemen back. Basically swallowed him up and the quarterback.
But you make a good play like that, Jim. Just, you know what? Get up, get back into your huddle, because now you gave him more life.
Well, the ball now at the 25-yard line. So instead of 3rd and long, 3rd and 5 now, very manageable for the Erie Express. Erie running the play in from the sideline.
Can't let him.
And we're going to get a whistle here. 2:17 to go here, and we have a timeout. I believe it's going to be Cleveland taking it. 2:17 left here in the first half. Cleveland will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia1 Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
.217 left here, second quarter. Erie with a 13-3 lead. Amon back in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. 1st and 10. They're going to call this 1st and 10. I thought they were going to be 3rd and 5, but they'll send a man in motion. Empty backfield now for John Amon. Back to pass, looking out to his left, fires out to the sideline, and he'll throw this one into the turf, incomplete. Pass was intended for Jay Gloss, the 5'10", 185-pound athlete out of Grove City College, which we were somewhat familiar with there.
Very familiar with.
One of our good colleagues there, Mark Means, the voice of the Grove City Wolverines, and that's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Take a look at the scoring recap here. It would be the first drive of the game for Erie. John Amon would throw a long one downfield that would give Erie the 7-0 lead. 8:31 left here in the first quarter, and it would be Ben Lyons with a 31-yard field goal to get the Cobras on the board. 7-3 would be your score. Erie with the lead, and then with 2:12 left in the first quarter, John Amon would hit Whitman on a 21-yard touchdown pass. Would not convert on the extra point, and that gives us our 13-3 score here so far, as Cleveland looks to find a little bit of rhythm and maybe cut out a few of the mistakes here. Can you talk about the penalty to Donovan Mormon? Fantastic play, but kind of erased with that 15-yard penalty.
But that's not, and again, emotions get to you. The football is a very emotional game, but if you can't control your emotions, this is what costs you.
Coming out of the 2-minute warning. Cleveland scheduled to head towards the Toledo area next week to take on the Flag City Phantoms. Played in Cleveland last year. Phantoms getting the win. We are waiting for details on that for next Saturday. Amon in the shotgun. He'll have 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the right. He'll go empty backfield. Ziegler will be the slot to the right. Hamilton in motion. They'll pitch this one out. Out to the far side. Cuts back in and gets past the 20 down near the 19-yard line. 1:49 to go here in the first half.
Well, Cleveland has got to stop them. Got to hold them to at least a field goal here. Can't let it get out of hand.
3rd and 4 for Erie. Mon in again in the empty backfield. We'll check with the sideline. Clock will continue to run down to 90 seconds here first half. Erie 13, Cleveland 3. Mon looks content now. He'll look for the snap. Back to pass, 3-step drop. Looking out to his left, steps up, fires over the middle, and it's going to be caught in the end zone. 18-yard touchdown pass. James Ziegler out of Gannon University extends Erie's lead to 19-3.
Yeah, it was a great throw. I'll tell you what, he threw a rocket right in there, right on the money. Very impressed with this quarterback and his arm. He's spot on. He don't miss much. Cleveland's got to come out after halftime, and they really got to buckle down. Coach has got to coach him up.
Zahn coming in for the extra point. The right-footed kicker waits for the snap. And this one is going to sneak through here. Cleveland putting some pressure on. We're going to get a flag. And we'll see if it's going to be a running into the kicker or roughing the kicker. But either way, it's going to be good. 20-3 is your score. Erie with the lead. Cleveland get the ball in the second half here. So if Cleveland can put something together in the next 71 seconds, they can come out in that second half and have an opportunity to get right back in this.
Well, they've got to, definitely, Jim, they've got to make their changes in the locker room. Coaches got to sit down with these guys. First, calm them down. Second of all, make the adjustments they have to do. And they got to come out with the ball, and they got to drive down the field to score, because this could get out of hand real quick.
The Cleveland return team will make their way to the field. Tyree Knight will post up between the 5 and 10 yard line. Looking to get a good return this time. Again, Cleveland's supposed to head towards Toledo next week. Again, haven't gotten any of the details on that just yet. When we do, we will relay that to everyone.
Road trip.
Yep. For you and I, about a 3-hour drive.
That's not too bad.
Got some folks looking to start up at Tony Paxos out there in Toledo.
You have some people that are excited to go, and some people who've never seen the coach and Jim call a game.
Lazan to kick off from the midfield stripe. This one's going to be deep and into the end zone. Knight will let this one go by. Cleveland will have the ball first and 10. They'll have 71 seconds to work with. Down 20-3. And you can see just the fluid mechanics of Erie in terms of getting people in and out. The offense moving very well, that no huddle, where Cleveland, again, first time on the field this year and trying to figure a couple of things out.
Well, again, when you're playing a team that this is their third game, and this is your first game. I mean, that's a little bit difficult.
We'll place the ball at the 25-yard line, first and 10 for the Cobras. And Cleveland will take a timeout. 1:11 left here, second quarter. We'll step aside as well. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
First and 10 for Cleveland at their own 25-yard line. Thompson in his shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Matt Wise, the single receiver to our near side. Back to pass. Pump fakes and sends us quickly out to the flat, and it's going to be incomplete. He dropped it, but they say it's a backward pass, so he was able to advance it. And Torrance Davis on the reception, 6'3", 215, out of the University of Kentucky.
That was interesting.
All right, it looks like Cleveland is going to take another timeout. 51 seconds left here in this first half. We will keep it right here. Erie with a 20-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Cobras' first 2 quarters of the year being played here in Bedford. Erie last week at home got the 40-12 win over the Youngstown Patricians. Headed up, the Patricians incidentally headed up by a gentleman we're very familiar with, Vinny Iannarino, first-year head coach. And then 2 weeks ago, Erie drops one to Beaver County, the Bengals, by a score of 33-20. So the Erie 1-1 on the season. Cleveland trying to go 1-0.
Well, they got to make a lot of adjustments at halftime. Yep. They got to settle the players down too. You know, they're playing a decent game, but it's the simple mistakes and penalties, of course, have cost them, which is coaches don't want to hear that.
Second and 7 for Cleveland. Davis moving from the right side to the left side of Thompson. Receivers 2 by 2. 51 seconds left here in the half. Back to pass is Thompson. Stepping up in the pocket. Fires downfield. Pass was short, and it's going to be taken away and dropped. And what a great effort by Will Anglin. Just couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, he out-jumped him and ripped it out. He did have a hand on it and was able to pull it out.
And we have a clock stoppage with 32 seconds left here on the incomplete pass, but taking the shot downfield. And again, a good effort, but just couldn't get that last finger on it.
They really tried to pick on that Trey Holloway, and he just seems to be doing a great job. And it says that he's an athlete, so he's showing it.
3rd and 7 now for Cleveland. Thompson in the shotgun. They'll go 3 receivers to the short side. Single receiver to the far side. Thompson, 3-step drop, looking out to his right. Fires. And it's going to go through the hands of the Cleveland receiver. Again, I think that's Matt Wise, correct me. It might be 89. And that will bring up 4th down. And for the first time today, Cleveland will have to punt. Excuse me, I believe that's going to be Julian Hundley. It was the intended receiver. Sorry, Matt. Matt was kind enough to do one of our station IDs this year, so you get to hear him. What a great voice, too, I'll tell you. Might have to recruit him for a little bit of something. Love when these guys get to participate and have a little bit of fun. So Jeff Cooperrider, the former Toledo Rocket, will come in to punt this one away. Cleveland thought they had one short, but...
Oh, wait a minute.
And Cleveland will have to burn their last time out. 33 seconds left here. Wasn't sure about the personnel, I believe, but on the Cobra side.
I didn't know if they had any more timeouts left. Okay. They must have had one left.
If not, they got a generous one.
You ain't kidding.
33 seconds to go here, first half. Cleveland trails 20-3. Delayed start here in Bedford. Had a storm move through just about 20 minutes before kickoff. So kind of doing everything on the fly after that. Really didn't get to talk about some of the great things going on with both these teams this year. Paul Pennington, the owner of the Erie Express, always doing a great job. Jesse Caldwell, almost 20 years in the game here. See if we can get you some of the scores at halftime, too. We are probably about a half hour behind, maybe about 25 minutes. These officials seem to be rolling his clock pretty well as Jeff Cooperrider will put his heels right around the 15-yard line. And a good snap back. He'll get rid of this one. A high.
Beautiful punt.
Fielded at the 32-yard line. Brought out by Erie. Back to the far side, looking for some open space to run. Out near midfield, and he's got some space. And almost brought down, still battling to get into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Erie. But we got a flag way back at the Erie 38-yard line, and they say bring that one back. Erie looking to add another 6, but there's going to be a penalty on this one.
I want to say it was the block. Somebody did something, maybe holding or blocking back. I couldn't tell, but there were 2 Erie Express players taking apart a Cobra player, but I didn't get what it was. So I could be holding, could be personal foul. Do not know.
Well, if we can get our referee to tell us, that would be a good thing. I don't know if that's going to happen. But nonetheless, the flag will be thrown, and it'll be 11 seconds left here in the half. We'll see if Erie will just kneel this one out. They have a 20-3 lead right now. I don't know if they want to take any chances with that. But nonetheless, Cleveland will get the ball to start the second half.
It might have been a push in the back, Jim.
That's usually the call on that.
Yeah.
On those punts and the punt returns. So they're going to mark the ball at the, I believe it's going to be the, well, I don't know. They're going to put the ball, there it is. Okay. So ball at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Erie. Just 11 seconds to go here, first half.
I would think that Erie would just take a knee, but you never know.
Well, looks like they're going to go empty backfield. As I'm on. Maybe you want to take a shot downfield. You're up by 17. I guess you got nothing to lose.
99 max.
Coach calling the play.
All sticks, baby. That's 4 sticks.
Looks like I'm on calling for all 9 routes here. Back to pass. Going to step up. He's going to take it himself. Try to find some room to run, and he's going to be belted. Brought down at the 32-yard line, and that should bring us to the end of the first half here in Bedford, and we're going to get a whistle. Does that mean there's going to be a delay before we get to the half? Okay, and Erie, looks like they were going to get a timeout in. Officials calling for 3 seconds up on the clock. And again, Erie maybe looking to take a shot downfield.
I believe that's what they're probably going to do. He probably ran the ball to take a timeout to move himself because he probably needed the yardage to heave it into the end zone. So with that point, I'm going to set 2 deep. What do we got?
And some, well, and it looks like, okay, everybody's headed to the sideline. So was there a timeout taken, or was there?
They said there was a timeout.
All right, Amon's taking the ball. So I think that probably means we're going to head to the half.
Cranking it. The official's cranking it.
All right.
Halftime.
So 3 seconds will run up the clock. We'll go to the half. After 2 quarters, Erie will take a 20-3 lead into the locker room. We'll step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap, and we will get you ready for second half action here in Bedford. After 2, it's the Erie Express 20, Cleveland Cobras 3 here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia1 Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia1 Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia1 Network, your sports app in the Valley.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 89, Matt Wise, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
Halftime continues here in Bedford, Ohio. The Erie Express with a 20-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras, and it would be the Erie Express that would strike first on their first possession of the game. John Amon would go deep and give the Erie Express a 7-0 lead. With 8:31 left in the first quarter, Ben Lyons would get the Cobras on the board by way of a 31-yard field goal. That would make it 7-3. Still in favor of the Express, and with 2:12 left, first corner, John Amon would hit, would hit Whitman on a 21-yard touchdown pass. That would make it 13-3 in favor of Erie. Scoring in the second quarter would come with 1:11 left in the half is Amon would hit Ziegler on an 18-yard touchdown pass. That would increase the Erie Express lead to 20-3. That brings us to the half, and Coach, for the most part, you could see the difference again with the, I don't want to say the experience, but kind of the seeing somebody else in another uniform kind of helps. But you can see Erie keeping them on the field, the up-tempo offense, and then, of course, some errors on offense with the turnover. Just a couple of things you got to tweak.
Yeah, some mistakes hurt them. Again, I'm a little different coach. I want to run the ball a little bit more. Again, because of slap, they like to throw the ball. I think they need to keep it on the ground a little bit, maybe loosen them or bring them back, linebackers up, maybe get those safeties to cheat up thinking it's going to run, do a little bit more play action. I'll tell you right now, I would run, again, old school. Counters would eat this team up because, again, they're not looking for it. And I think that would be a good, a different change. But Cleveland likes throwing the ball, and unfortunately, Erie's just pinning their ears back, trying to get that front on them, and the linebackers and DBs are just, they're setting where they need to be, and just not giving Slap very much. And with that little bit of pressure, he's off a little bit. And receivers dropping the ball. Could have had a touchdown twice, but again, receivers dropping the ball.
Halftime continues here. We'll step aside for one more timeout. We come back. Third quarter action here from Bedford, Ohio. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school. Every day after work, went straight to school, and it paid off.
At age 26, Kareem finished his high school diploma.
I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week, she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone, let's all stop what we're doing and take a moment. You see, every moment can be kind of special. But they could be loud moments, goofy moments, dorky moments, it doesn't matter. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a...
Someone's got to set the tone out there, boys. Someone's got to set it.
The station that sets the tone for Youngstown Phantoms hockey is Western Reserve Radio. WRTV, The Scourge.
Third quarter action coming up here from Bedford, Ohio. Express with a 20-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Cobras looking to clean some things up here, Coach, for the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Just ball control now. Got to go down there and score. This is got to have it.
Was on to kick this one off for the second half. Tyree Knight back to return. Will be kicked short to the 20-yard line. And they're going to blow the whistle dead. The returner went down on one knee. And I guess a PAFL rule, because I thought they were going to let him go on that.
Okay.
Nonetheless, Cleveland will have the ball 1st and 10.
You know, these players just need to know the rules because I've been there.
Well, you figure at this level, and it used to be that.
Yeah.
As long as you weren't touched, you could return it, but
things have changed.
Nonetheless, the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Cleveland will get the ball to start the third quarter here. Try to put something together here, trailing 20-3.
Well, they have to. They got to go down, be patient. They got to run a little bit, throw a little bit, balance it out a little bit because, again, the DBs and linebackers just no slap's going to throw, and they're just all over it.
So 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Thompson waiting for the snap. 2 by 2 are the receivers. Cleveland moving right to left on your devices, and they're all black uniforms. Handoff up the middle, trying to test that. And might get back to the line of scrimmage.
They called that out. I watched a linebacker say he's running. So they picked up on something. Maybe they got their calls because they were waiting for that one.
Chris Ford in there to celebrate, giving a little high five there. Congratulating Eddie Tate on the tackle. Fitty, one of the funnest teammates I think I've ever had.
Oh, he had me there. You know, there are days that I wanted to.
Yes,
but there were days that, you know, we had a good time with him. I just loved it going, oh, Bob.
Thompson in the shotgun now. Wise and Anglin, twin receivers to the near side. And flip the running back from his right hip to his left hip. 13:29 to go here, third quarter. Thompson back to pass, stepping up in the pocket, looking for room to run. He's going to be brought down. That'll be a sack for the Erie Express. Xavier Gaucher out of Edinburgh University.
And just Ford on that one as well.
If you ever said Christopher Ford to somebody, most people would know who that was.
Yeah, at least any of our guys, they go, who?
If you said Fitty, you know who that is.
Yes, indeed. It's a character. I'll tell you what, our Scourge teams, we had some good guys, just characters. Between him and Berkey,
twin receivers to the far side. Tyree Knight will be in the slot. And go twin receivers to the near side. Hunley and Anglin will be to the left of Thompson. Running back to his left hip. Back to pass. Trying to throw this one, trying to set up a screen. Couldn't complete it.
They needed to shift out of that because Slap had to recognize that they'd overloaded to our right side, and we just didn't have enough people to block out there.
I think Robinson was the intended receiver on that. And Cleveland, for the second time today, will have to punt this one away. 20-3 is your score. Erie with the lead. Jeff Cooperrider on the field to do the kicking duties.
He's got to get it out there and angle it.
We'll have the Erie receiver right around their own 48-yard line. Samaj Williams-Troop, wide receiver for Erie. We'll back up a little bit here. As Cooperrider will get this one off. He'll kick away. And it'll hit at the 48-yard line. Get a little bit of a roll. We'll see where they're going to mark it. It hit inbounds. And they're going to say this went all the way to the Erie 46-yard line. That's where the Express will have the ball 1st and 10 with a 20-3 lead.
Well, that was a smart move on the punter. Keep it out of his hands. Now, defense, they have got to get to this quarterback. They have to get to him.
Williams-Troop, 5'11", out of Erie High School. So the hometown guy won't get a chance to return. Come on now. in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for the Express. Ball at their own 45-yard line. 11:16 left here, third quarter. 20-3 is your score. Express with the lead. Some man in motion from left to right. Short motion. Handoff. Try to get to the outside. And he's going to break his way through and pick up some positive yardage all the way out to the 50-yard line. Pick up a 5. We're going to have a flag on the play, though.
Yeah, because we had him in the backfield. I mean, I don't understand. There had to be a hold.
And this one is going to be against Erie. Checking with Coach Rogerson to see if he wants to assess that. Of course he does.
Offsetting.
Okay.
They called face mask on Cleveland Cobras.
All right, so
do it
essentially
again.
The play never happened.
Do it again.
We're just going to do it again. 11 minutes left here, third quarter. Single receiver to the near side this time. That'll be Ryan Whitman, the wide receiver out of St. Francis. More PAC guys here. Handoff straight up the middle. And he'll fight his way out near the midfield stripe into Cobra territory. And drive his legs down near the 45. Going to be close to a first down. Jared Ivarone out of General McLean, the 5'10", 165-pound running back. I think he's a little bit more than 165, but if he's not, he sure runs like it.
I'll tell you what, he runs hard. He's not a big guy either. I mean, he runs. Whew. He's got some good strength to him, too.
So I'm on now. Again with Ivarone behind him. One wing to the left, single receiver to the far side. Whitman will be their single receiver to the near side. I'm on checking with the sideline. Back to pass. Fires downfield. Has a man open. And it's going to be incomplete. Broken up. Downfield. And not sure if that was Frazier that broke that up. But nonetheless, an incomplete pass. You call it a combination of John Davis and Chris Frazier.
Yeah, because he came over the top to help him out. That was a good play by the safety. He waited till the last minute and then went over, and it looked like both of them was able to get it out of there. One of them knocked it away. That was a great job. Good defense.
Coming up on 9 minutes left here, third quarter. Back to the same formation. Whitman, the single receiver to the outside here. Waiting for the snap. Under 9 minutes to play. Come on, pointing something out. Back to pass again, looking out to his left. Fires downfield again, and this one going to be incomplete. And trying to test that side of the field. They're 0 for 2 so far on this drive.
Yeah, it was just a repeat of the play. I mean, exactly the same thing. Overthrew.
Chris Frazier coming over to help. Making sure that's incomplete. 8:27 to go here. The clock will continue to run. And the Erie Express continue to have a 20-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. So 3rd and 10 now for Erie. Ball at the Cleveland 45-yard line as we approach the 8-minute mark of the third quarter. Single receiver to each side again. I'm on now. Going to have a wing to the right. Also going to have a tight end to the right as well. That'll be Sebastian Barker out of Westminster College. So heavy to the right side. And that's where Amon will roll. Looking downfield, under pressure. Going to throw this one into the Cleveland sideline. Outside the pocket and got it beyond the line of scrimmage. So won't be a grounding call, but good pressure by the Cobras.
Yeah, that was an outstanding job. He stayed with it.
7:29 to go here, third quarter. Cleveland trying to find a way to get some points on the board. And
there's Portney on that. Ambrose, run him down.
So
good job. Sorry, Jim.
Lazon coming in to punt this one away. Tyree Knight counting up the punt return team. He's going to set up right around his own 10-yard line. 7 minutes to go here, third quarter.
That was a good stop by Cleveland. They needed that bad.
Sure did. Got some ground to make up here for Cleveland. Good snap back to Lazon. He'll get this one away.
Ooh.
This one is going to be short and picked up by the up man right around the 13-yard line. See where we're going to mark it at. 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. Cleveland will get the ball back.
11, 12-yard line maybe.
Well, some work to do here for the Cleveland Cobras. So 11-yard line is hard to tell from this angle.
Yep. We're about in that area, 11 or 12.
Or thereabouts. We'll go thereabouts.
Left foot, right foot.
That's close enough. Clock will stop with 6:43 here to go. Stop on the change of possession. Officials giving him a mo here. I don't know what was going on there. Beth Betancourt out on the field with Donovan Mormon and crew.
They blew the whistle in, so.
All right, so play clock will start. And as will the game clock. 6:40 to go here. Third quarter. Erie 20, Cleveland 3.
Get to the line. I've never seen a delay game penalty, so I think they'll be safe. I hope.
3 receivers to the left of Thompson. Thompson in the shotgun. 1 running back to his right. Single receiver to the far side. And they'll send a man in motion. That'll be Hundley. Hand off the left side, trying to find some room to run. He'll find a little bit. Break 1 tackle and get out near the 15-yard line. Maybe you pick up a 2 or 3 on the play. Second down now for Cleveland.
Yeah, it was a good run. Didn't get the number. Grabbed him in the initially in the backfield.
Second and about 7. Under 6 minutes to play here, third quarter. And I thought Dave Thompson was going to go under center. Got a little excited there for a second, Coach.
Yeah.
Thompson waiting for the snap. Twin receivers to each side. Quick pass out to the near side. Going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Nowhere to go. Wise on the catch.
There is somebody missed an assignment because, I mean, he caught it and got drilled.
Well, I can tell you who did miss an assignment. It'd be Chris Weems.
Yeah.
The defensive back came up, read that well. And now we're back to 3rd and 10 for Cleveland. So back at the original line of scrimmage as Thompson will try to shift some personnel around.
Got to get a first down here.
3 receivers to the near side again. Single receiver to the far side. Thompson. Running back to his left. Back to pass, looking downfield. And that's going to be caught over the middle. An excellent catch. Matt Wise will give Cleveland the first down. This drive will continue with just about 4:20 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Thompson, I mean, he threw a rocket in there. That was a great job, and they got it by a couple yards.
Well, it looked like that was going to be a one-read play.
Yeah.
.406 to go here. Clock will continue to run. Receivers 3 by 1. Send a man in motion from left to right. Hand off up the middle, a little bit of room to run. Oh, correction, he pulled it, and it's going to be completed. Near the 40-yard line, Matt Wise with his second catch in as many plays gives Cleveland another first down.
Yeah, that was a great, I'll tell you what, he buried that ball. What happened was beautiful play fake. I thought the running back got it, fooled us. He yanked it at the last minute and hit the slant on a dead run with nobody around.
So we're going to have a change. E.J. Bibbs will head to the sideline. Well, we have a penalty on the play? I don't think we missed anything, but they're going to mark this at the 25-yard line. It's a first down. 3:06 to go here, third quarter. Guess we're not going to ask.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag, so I don't know what.
Okay. Moving on.
Oh, my Lord.
Anglin, the outside receiver, the twin set to the near side. Thompson in the shotgun. 2:45 left here, third quarter. Erie with a 20-3 lead.
There
Moving
you go.
up front, Thompson back to pass, and they're going to say it's a false start. Oh, well, this side said encroachment. The other side said false start.
No, they were across the line of scrimmage. Oh, wow.
I don't know about that one, Coach. I mean, we don't have a replay to go back and look at, but
yeah. Now the line coach says offsides.
Yeah, that's there's definitely a discrepancy between the head linesman and the line judge. Okay, he's going to agree with the head linesman.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. 2nd and 15 for Cleveland. They're going to have to get to their own 35-yard line for a first down.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, second down.
I have
apparently they said offsetting.
I don't know how you offset, but okay. Thompson back to pass. He'll plant, throw downfield. It's going to be caught near the 48-yard line on a dart.
Great catch, great throw.
Tyree Knight on the reception, and it keeps the Cleveland drive alive.
That's just what Cleveland needs. Wish they'd have did this on their opening drive, gave themselves a little bit more time. Plenty of time here. Minute 33 in the third, still got all the fourth. Control this and come out on defense and stop them, and you'll be in this game. You have got to score here.
I'm actually going to mark it at the 50-yard line. Not sure, but okay. Anyway, we'll take it. 3 receivers to the left, single to the right. Thompson back in the shotgun. As we approach the 1-minute mark of the third quarter, Erie with a 20-3 lead. Thompson finding a rhythm now. Hard count, trying to draw them offside. He'll take a snap, roll back. Pass, caught at the 35-yard line. He'll break away from it and be knocked out of the bounds near the 27-yard line. And an outstanding play by Jawan Hundley, the 5'10" receiver, first-year Cobra. And I believe he came over from the Cleveland Rams from last year. We got to see him play at Lakewood.
Yeah, I remember that last name. Now, just go down there. Be safe here with your throws. If it ain't there, get rid of it.
Thompson with the receivers 2-by-2 now. 23 seconds left here, third quarter. Back to pass, fires out over the middle. And he's going to overthrow his receiver this time. Pass was intended for Jawan Hundley, the aforementioned Jawan Hundley.
Yeah, but that was dangerous. That safety was sitting right there. I thought that was going to be picked.
And time has run out here in the third quarter. And we will get the whistle. End of the third quarter here after 3. The Express, they keep a 20-3 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. We will step aside for a timeout. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Your home for PAFL football is the iMedia1 Network. Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
This is number 33, D'Artagnan Fortner, and you're listening to the Cleveland Cobras football on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network.
Second and 10 for the Cobras. Inside the 30-yard line. Fourth quarter action coming up here from Bedford. After a late start tonight, Erie Express with a 20-3 lead. Thompson waiting for the snap. Looking downfield. Fires out to his right. Caught. Inside the 20, 15, and he'll dive near the 10-yard line. See where they're going to mark it. They'll mark it at the 12. And we'll have an Erie player down. And I didn't get a number on the reception. It was either 9 or 3. Hard to tell, Coach.
Yeah, their numbers, they're 9s and
kind of run together.
6s, and yeah, their numbers
There's
are
a lot of
big.
circles in there. I don't know. All right. So Thompson right back to the line, kind of mimicking what Erie did. 3 receivers to the right, single receiver to the far side. Thompson running back to his left hip. Handoff this time,
There
cutting
it
out to
is.
the far
Oh.
side, going to get tripped up. Maybe picked up a yard or 2 on the play.
That whole side collapsed down. I thought he was going to get outside. There would have been run to the corner. It looked pretty good from here. He got a shoelace tackle on that one.
Victor Ford on the run for Cleveland. We got some new names, some new numbers we got to learn this year. Looking forward to this, though. Some great talent in here, especially it seemed like a lot of key linebackers here. Told Coach Adam Rogerson, looks like the who's who of linebacker U.
Yeah.
Thompson with the receivers, 2 by 2. England to the far side, back to pass, fires out to his right, and thrown into the end zone, incomplete. That one a little bit scary as Osha Jackson was right there as well.
We had 1 receiver and 3 DBs on that, and he's lucky he didn't. Man, that should have been picked.
Now Wise will come to the sideline. He'll take a breather.
I noticed Slap's been watching his receivers. He has got to not do that. He's following his receivers, and them safeties are reading his eyes, and they're just jumping that pattern. He has got to look away. He knows where he wants, but he's got to look away and try to pull that safe to the other side.
Thompson in the shotgun. He'll have Ford to his right. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver to the near side. 3rd and 9. Can still get a first down. Back to pass. Looking out to his left. Stepping up in the pocket. Going to hold on to it, and he's going to go down. May have picked up a yard or 2 on the play, but we brought down by Xavier Gaucher.
Yeah, when he went to step to throw, he ran right into his blocker. He's attacking at the line, but he's got to make a decision. Either he's going to run or he's going to throw. If he's going to throw, he needs to back up. He cannot get close to that line of scrimmage, or this is what's going to happen. They're going to take that big ball and run him down.
11:42 left here in the game. Erie with a 20-3 lead. 4th and 10 now for Cleveland. They've got to get at least to the 3-yard line for a first down. Twin receivers to both sides. Matt Wise will be on the outside to the near sideline. Thompson back to pass. Plants his feet, fires into the end zone. It's going to go off the hands of the receiver. Intended for Matt Wise, incomplete. It's going to be a turnover on downs with 11:06 left here in the game. And Erie will keep their 20-3 lead. Cleveland not able to cap off that drive with anything.
Yeah, you know what, Jim? Think about it. That's the second drop ball in the end zone where you had a whole difference in score here. You could have been 20-17, but, you know, they got to catch the ball. You get your hand on it, you got to be able to grab it.
Cleveland scheduled to take on the Flag City Phantoms next Saturday. Again, waiting for the details on that as far as when and where. We suspect that it will be in the Toledo area. Heard that they play in the Lime area from time to time as well. So, simple answer is, I don't know.
Which closer?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. Man in motion from left to right for Erie, and then we're going to get a whistle. And Cleveland. Erie will take a timeout with 10:48 left here, 4th quarter. We'll step aside as well. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 2 best safety in the league, Chris Frazier, and you're listening to the Cleveland Cobras on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network.
.10:48 left here. Lamont going into the shotgun. One running back to his left, 2 receivers to his right, single receiver to the near side. He'll send a man in motion from the right to the left. Hand off up the middle off that right side. Hit, make some contact, brought down in the backfield for a couple of yard loss. And he'll bring up 2nd and 12 now for Erie. Maybe 2nd and 11.
Oh, great tackle by number 49.
Antoine Ford wearing the Legends jersey, Coach.
I was going to say great tackle by Craven.
He's wearing the Legends jersey. What can I say?
Goes to your stats.
Quarterback back to pass, fires over, and it's going to be caught at the 28-yard line.
Wow.
Great catch by Samaj Williams Troop. And we do have a new quarterback here for the Erie Express. Draven DeJesus. Or DeJesus. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I do apologize. But nonetheless, new quarterback in there, motion from right to left. 1st and 10 for Erie, back to pass, 3-step drop, under pressure, he'll roll to the far side. Picorni chasing him down, and he's just going to go down. He'll take about a 4-yard loss on that, and it'll bring up 2nd down for Erie. So I don't know if this is going to be a change of pace or if there's an issue with Amon, maybe an injury.
Or they just, Cleveland's struggling to score, so maybe give them a little bit of time. Or they don't want to get their quarterback banged up for next week. You got 9 minutes in the 4th quarter. Throw a bone to the kid.
See Demario Davis watching in on the Cobras Facebook page. Talking about Antoine Ford. Got to play with him out in L.A., Coach. Played a national championship. Great time. Unfortunately, got injured in that game, but contact in the backfield. And I was going to say it was Ford, but no. That is not the case. Derek Brumsfield.
Number 40.
6'4". Some height there in the linebacking core. I think that's going to be one of the strengths for Cleveland this year, but we'll have to work some things out here as we have just about 8.5 minutes left here in the game. So 3rd and about 14 for Erie.
Got to get to him.
3 receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Erie moving right to left on your devices. With the snap rolling out to the far side. Looking downfield, fires.
Wide open.
And that's going to be complete. Past the 40, 45, and down near the 47-yard line. Clock will continue to run on this one as the officials will wave it on. And we'll have under 8 minutes to play.
Tell you what, he rolled out to the right, and he threw a dart. Great throw.
Showing some mobility, a little bit more than Amon maybe.
Got some speed to him.
Kind of I don't want to say a Johnny Manziel look, but
yeah,
maybe.
Don't want to hurt the guy, but.
Back to pass, fires down the sideline, and going to be incomplete. Out near the Erie sideline. 2nd down and 10 now for the Express. 7:20 to go here in the game. Cleveland with a 20-3 deficit.
Yeah, they were getting some players in there. New blood. Cleveland's just got to get over the hump. Mistakes got to stop. And again, that's why I'm up here and I'm not coaching, but I'm running the ball more. Oh, out of the tee.
Yeah, quarterback will go in there and kind of an odd. Williams Troop will move to the right side. Now he'll move back out as a receiver to that 3 receiver formation out to the far side. Back to pass is Jesus, and then it's going to be attempted over the middle, and it's going to be a penalty coming up as Chris Frazier came up and put a hit on Nazir Singleton.
Unless it was high, Jim. He didn't know. He thought he caught the ball.
And that's going to be a personal foul. They're going to tack on 15 for that one. But Chris Frazier doing what Chris Frazier does, and he is a physical safety.
Yeah, unless he hit him high.
I think they're going to call him a defenseless receiver, but
you
maybe
can't.
we're a little biased on that one, maybe, Coach. I don't know.
Well, but when you got bang, bang, I mean, come on. But again, I couldn't tell if we went to his head or whatever, but.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Erie Express. Ball at the Cleveland 40-yard line. 5:45 left here, 4th quarter. Game 1 of the 2026 campaign for Cleveland. As Erie will have 3 receivers to the far side now. Single receiver to the near side. That'll be Whitman. They'll take their time on this one. Back to pass. Looking downfield. Plenty of time. Fires out to the sideline. Caught at the 31-yard line. And pushed out near the 27. That'll be another Erie first down. This clock will continue to run with just a little over 5 minutes to play here in this game.
I'll tell you what, Jim. I'll give Erie's offensive line has done an absolutely fantastic job. The defensive line of Cleveland hasn't gotten near these quarterbacks. They have all day to throw, and that's going to be a big change that they're going to have to look at too. They have got to do a better job up front.
This will be one of the better teams they play this year in the Erie Express. Always are. Speaking of people doing big things on the defensive line, Curtis Terry, former Cleveland Cobra, the defensive line coach for the Columbus Aviators.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, played here back in 16-17, I believe. 15-16. As they'll drop back, rolling out to the far side. Under pressure, finally, throws it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. Bring up 2nd down for Erie. So some names from the past popping up. Curtis Terry, also a former member of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
There you go.
So it's kind of nice to know that you kind of know somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, if he's important, I got to know him. Simple as that. That's how this works. If you're important, I got to know you. 4 minutes left here, 4th quarter. Express with a 20-3 lead. Trying to get that in the rest of the day because we had the delayed start here. So, speaking of finals and the Flag City Phantoms, they get the 22-6 win over the Grand Rapids Surge. The Phantoms undefeated so far on the season, I believe. And off up the middle, room to run.
Man.
And the big man going to make it inside the 20, down near the 18-yard line. Eric Dorr, listed as a tight end, but I guess feels like, oh, excuse me, that's going to be Mo Heidelberg. It's hard to tell, Coach. I don't know. Handoff again up the middle, brought down Picorni, crashing down from the end position. Will limit the pickup, but it should be in just enough for an Erie first down.
You know, I was just going to mention on that play before that, number 53, Dan Tappel. Holy mackerel. I don't know who he put on the ground, but he absolutely annihilated him and pancaked him to open up that other hole on that last play. I mean, they're just dominating that front line of the Cobras, and I really thought Cleveland, with their size, would do a better job. But I'll tell you what, the technique of Erie, we got a timeout.
Timeout, 2:29 left here in the game. Erie with a 20-3 lead. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
Play the new $5 Win Big Scratch-Off for a chance to win $100,000. But if you don't, just scan that ticket for a second chance to win big. Enter our Big Game Second Chance promotion to win great pro football prizes, including Cleveland tickets, Cincinnati tickets, or even tickets to the biggest football game of the year. If football is your passion, win big is your game. Only from the Ohio Lottery.
Way to go, Brian.
This is number 89, Matt Wise, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
2:29 remaining here in the game. Erie with the ball, 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 15-yard line, up 20-3. Paul Pennington continues to build a fantastic program here in Erie. As they'll go with 3 receivers to the far side. If that is Mo Heidelberg, he is the running back to the right. Back to pass, stepping up, under pressure, finally gets to him and brings him down. And trying to get a number on that, as we'll get a whistle. I think it's going to be Derek Brumsfeld. Outside linebacker 40. On the sack. Well, I don't know if it's going to be a sack. Looks like they marked it as maybe a yard gain. So 2nd and 9, I believe, is going to be the down and distance. So technically won't be a sack, but a good defensive play by the Cobras. And we hit the 2-minute mark here. We'll keep it right here, as we've not had any scoring here in the second half, but it would be Erie that would start out the scoring in the first quarter on their first drive. John Amon throwing the bomb to make it 7-0, and then Ben Lyons coming in to get the 31-yard field goal for Cleveland. So far, that'd be the only scoring for the home team. 2:12 left in the first quarter. Amon would hit Whitman on a 21-yard touchdown pass. That would make it 13-3. And in the second quarter, Amon to Ziegler on an 18-yard touchdown pass makes it 20-3 in favor of the Erie Express. Coming out of the 2-minute warning. Officials not shy about moving this clock right along. A single receiver to each side. They'll go tight end to each side. Pistol formation. Handoff up the middle and some contact in the backfield. I think that was Chris Frazier that crashed in, the safety, and made the initial contact.
Yes, it was. But got a wrap, though. He tried knocking him down, but thank God he knocked him into a couple of his big buddies up front, and they were able to lasso him. But
Cleveland will take a timeout. And the only scores we were able to get in so far is the Flag City Phantoms with a 22-6 win over the Grand Rapids Surge. So a young man by the name of Coker watching in too.
Isaac?
Could it be?
Is that Isaac Coker?
He goes under the alias of Fredo. We miss him. Some of the I tell you, one former Scourge player, and again, guys you love to see and kind of reminisce with.
Absolutely. And it's funny when I see these guys, so much respect for them, and they know how I felt about them. When they see me, it's always they come up. It's not a handshake. They got to give Coach Bob a big hug. And you know what? I so respect these guys because, like I told them after our championship, I told them this was about you. It wasn't about us and Tom Noble and our staff.
Oh, no, I think it was about Tom Noble. The international belly flop champion.
Absolutely. International.
You don't get much bigger than that. No. International waters. Won it in international waters. Exactly. Beating people from many countries.
Oh, with photos.
There's proof. There's proof. 3rd and 13 for Erie. They will put the ball back. Man in motion from right to left for the Express. Actually, they're just going to flip sides here. And we got a lot of people moving around here. Erie's going to take a timeout. They'll burn one with 1:31 left here in the game.
That should have been a penalty anyway. You can't have two guys in motion. You didn't shift them. He was still moving when the other guy took off.
Well, and that's probably why you take the timeout, Coach. I hope you get away with it.
That should have been. He got away with it. There's no doubt about that. But.
So the officials have been moving this clock right along.
Well,
they've been very efficient about it. Let's put it that way. So 131 left here, and we are at 9:28, about where we should be, even with the delay.
Yeah, but again, Cleveland just up there playing a team that had, first of all, is a good Erie team. You can take nothing away from them. Great coaching, great ownership. But again, when you already have 2 games under your belt and you got to play a team that is, by that, a little bit polished, and you're not.
Yep. Mike McKinnon doing a good job as the head coach here. Handoff up the middle. Contact made. Driving the legs inside the 10. Down near the... Oh, they're going to give them all the way to the 7-yard line. Looks like they're going to be just short of the... Oh, no, it's going to be a little further than I thought. Excuse me. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 3. 4th and 3. All right. We're going to keep going here. I mean, it's just keep watching. We're keep watching the numbers flip. That's all we're doing. All right, single receiver to each side. They're going to go right back to that run game. And met at the line.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a turnover on downs. So it should be Cleveland with the ball, 1st and 10. 54 seconds for them to work with. And I think they would like to get into that end zone one time tonight.
Well,
down 20-3.
Yeah, but don't make a mistake here where it could bite you.
Some things I would have liked to see tonight. I'd like to see more of Torrance Davis, the former University of Kentucky running back. Would have liked to see a little bit more of him tonight, but when you're playing catch-up, going through a lot you go to the air a lot.
Yeah, well, again, with Slap as a quarterback, they like for him to throw the ball, but I think that bit him today. I think they needed to run the ball because, again, linebackers were dropping. They were reading. Slap was zeroing in on a single receiver. But, these things will work itself out.
Yeah, certainly. Essentially a preseason game here for the Cobras. As I think we have a little personnel issue. Somebody was trying to sneak out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that was going to work, but he'll head to the sideline.
Well, maybe he's found something back there and he had to go get it.
Could have been. So, halfback pass, handing it off, and out to the far side, cutting back in, and it's going to be short of a first down. We got a flag coming in, and
now
flags coming in. Second one coming in. TJ Johnson on the run.
Okay.
And we'll see what this is all about. We get a call from the referee. Personal foul on Erie. And it looks like they're going to add 15 onto the run for Johnson. That's enough for a first down, but, Coach, only 42 seconds left.
Yeah, Slap took himself out, so didn't get a number coming in.
So TJ Johnson at quarterback now. Anglin, the outside receiver to the near side. Receivers are going to go 3 by 2, 2 to the far side, 3 to the near side. Some confusion here. Going to be worried about the play clock now as Johnson trying to shift them around.
Okay.
And it looks like Cleveland will have to burn a timeout. 18 seconds left here. And
that looked like a Chinese fire drill.
Not really. Not really the way you wanted to end the game.
No, what were they doing?
And some confusion there, but again, new quarterback coming in these last moments of the fourth quarter, trailing 20-3. Erie putting up 20 points in the first half, have not scored in the second half.
Heck, that looked like a stoplight, 1976 on Mahoning Avenue about 10 o'clock at night.
You go. No, you go.
Yeah. Oh, the days.
These are the things that will need to be worked out coming up.
You ain't kidding.
Now, they are scheduled to open PAFL action against the Warren Pirates. So
Warren?
On May 23rd.
You talking about Warren,
yes.
Ohio?
Just north side of Youngstown.
Oh. Okay.
But we'll see how that goes.
Where will the games be?
That's an excellent question. You're asking all the right questions, Coach,
I'm
just not to the right guy, I tell you.
What do I know?
All right, Johnson in the shotgun, one running back to his left. He'll drop back, fires downfield, looking for Hundley, and it's going to be a catch by Hundley. Hundley headed to the end zone for the touchdown.
Great throw.
76 yards. TJ Johnson to Juwan Hundley. And that gives Cleveland 6, their first touchdown of the season.
All zeros, Jim.
That will bring us to the end of the game. We'll see if they'll let him kick the extra point.
I think it's
20-9 is your score. And I believe they are going to kick the extra point to get the official final score. So
okay.
I'm not sure if they want them to or not, but they're coming out to do it nonetheless.
I mean, game's up. Well, yeah.
Ben Lyons coming out for, I guess, what would be an untimed down. So what we were looking to see was how the new faces like Juwan Hundley, who we have a lot of big expectations of. Again, got to see him last year as a Cleveland Ram, and he was spectacular.
Yeah.
And gets the big play at the end of the game. See if they'll look for the extra point.
Yeah,
they're going to say no.
Officials are walking.
All right. So game one for the Cobras in the books. They fall 20-9 here in Bedford. We're going to step aside for a timeout. We come back. We'll give you the scoring recap, and we will wrap it up here. From the home of the Bearcats, you are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
This is number 33, D'Artagnan Fortner, and you're listening to the Cleveland Cobras football on West Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network.
Back here as we wrap up game number one of the 2026 campaign for the Cleveland Cobras. Home team falls tonight by a score of 20-9. Cobras get their first touchdown on the last play of the game on a 74-yard touchdown pass by TJ Johnson to Juwan Hundley. Give us the final by a score of 20-9. Scoring went like this in the first quarter. John Amon would go deep to give on their first possession of the game for the Area Express. They would take the lead 7-0. Ben Lyons would come in for a 31-yard field goal. That would come with 8:31 left in the first quarter, making it 7-3 in favor of the Express. With 2:12 left in the first quarter, Amon would hit Whitman on a 21-yard touchdown pass, making it 13-3. They could not convert on the extra point. And in the second quarter, it would be Amon to Ziegler on an 18-yard touchdown pass, making it 20-3. And then the final play of the game, the Cobras go 74 yards. Johnson to Hundley for the touchdown. That is your final tonight. The Erie Express 20. Cleveland Cobras 9, and again, we saw some things, maybe just because of repetition that need cleaned up.
Yeah.
But again, it's maybe just a little bit of fine tuning, and you took on a very good Erie Express team. They're good every year, but nonetheless, they will move on next week to hopefully take on the Flag City Phantoms if we can get any of the details for that.
Yeah. Again, you know, Cobras they just have to clean up some mistakes and stuff, some of the things that they did. I think their game plan, again, was pretty good, but I think they need to run the ball just a little bit more because linebackers are dropping. We don't have really a run threat. So they have got to get the run game in there, and I think that'll loosen up that defense. Again, you're looking at a team that the third game compared to the first game, and that makes a difference.
Cobra scheduled to take on the Flag City Phantoms next Saturday out in the Toledo area. We'll get all the details to you as they come into us, and we fully intend on making the trip out there. Maybe a little trip to Tony Paxos.
I can't wait to see what this Tony Paxos. You talking about it? I'm telling you.
I've been there. I mean, it's pretty good, Coach. We'll just say it's pretty good. But we're looking forward to the trip.
Okay.
And we will make a day of it. Should be a good time. And again, time and location will be announced, hopefully coming up maybe tomorrow or even as late as Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. So thanks for joining us here tonight on Western Reserve Radio as we kick off the 2026 PAFL season. And we look forward to doing this again next week, hopefully out in the west half of the state of Ohio. For the coach, Bob Gessler, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you back here next Saturday as the Cobras will take on the Flag City Phantoms right here on Western Reserve Radio.
Good night, all.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of Western Reserve Radio. And we now return to our regularly scheduled programming.
The stations that always keep you in the zone.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast, Youngstown, Ohio.
Leagues, one mission. Just Win Bets, baby, is your premier source for daily sports betting picks. They break down the data so you can bet with confidence across the entire sports calendar. Scan the QR code or visit justwinbetsbaby.com today and start betting smarter with Just Win Bets, baby. The name says it all. I'm Scott Seidenberg. We'll keep you updated on everything in progress as we've officially hit the half with the Lakers having a 59-57 lead over the Thunder. This is Live Bet Saturday here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
VSiN's player prop projection tool is now available for the NBA. Get projections for points, assists, rebounds, and more powered by Opta AI. On VSiN.com/NBA props, we line up our projections against the latest DraftKings odds so you can quickly spot mismatches and find value before the market adjusts. The NBA player prop projections tool is available exclusively to VSiN Pro subscribers. Check it out now at VSiN.com/NBA props and join us on the Sports Betting Network.
A numbers game with Gil Alexander.
So I like Matt Olson for MVP right now in the National League. I like Matt Olson in this category. Matt Olson is one homer behind Judge and Murakami. For those who are interested in recency and what have they been doing lately. Now, Judge should always be the favorite in this category. I'm not going to act like he should. Matt Olson, you ask, 4 homers last 5 games, 6 homers last 9 games.
Download a Numbers Game podcast and other VSiN shows wherever you listen to podcasts.
Coming up on the next edition of Follow the Money, we recap the draft lottery with the NBA and all that madness, playoffs, NHL, NBA playoffs, also MLB betting card, the Golden Muzzy, Nick Alberga. Toronto gets the #1 pick. We'll also talk conference finals with him and Nick Whalen to talk props in the association. Follow the Money, 4 to 7 Eastern, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, Sirius XM Channel 158. Check out the website for all the betting tools and analysis, or go get the VSiN Watch app.
Elevate your sports betting game with VSiN's exclusive betting splits. Stay ahead with real-time market trends and track bet percentages on any matchup. Then uncover the edge by comparing them to the amount of bets placed to find out where the sharp money is headed. Upgrade to VSiN Pro to access betting splits, live odds, line moves, power ratings, and in-depth game analysis. Go to vsin.com/pro to join vsin, the sports betting network.
Hey, everybody, this is Dave Ross from the VSiN Daily Diamond Podcast, where Jensen Lewis recently revealed his long shot choice to win the American League Cy Young Award.
Davis Martin of the Chicago White Sox, Dave, trails only Fried and Schlittler in pitching wins above replacement. Schlittler has a 2.1, Fried is 1.7, Davis Martin has 1.6. At 50-1, the White Sox, I think, have the best staff ERA since April 3rd, and that's saying something. So you've got over a month's time now, and he has been your headliner at this point. To me, that is exceptional value. Looking at Davis Martin at 50-1 with all the other metrics, he doesn't strike out the world, but he has been incredibly efficient through his 2026, 5-1 right now on the campaign.
Hear more baseball betting insights every day on the Daily Diamond, wherever you get your podcast, and on the VSiN Watch app.
This is Live Bet Saturday on VSiN, the sports betting network.
I wish I had a cigar right now because, I just tweeted it out, the GIF or GIF, if you will, of, Hannibal from the A-Team. When he's got the cigar in his mouth and he's just like, I love it when a plan comes together. Because that's what I'd be saying right now. The Blake Snell fade could not have come together better if we planned it. I mean, we pretty much did plan it because we bet it so many different ways. But the Braves are still batting here in the top of the second inning. They have plated 4 runs already here in the top of the second inning. So we've already cashed at plus 115 on the Atlanta Braves, and now the inning's over as Austin Riley grounds out. But we've already cashed at plus 115. Blake Snell over 1.5 earned runs. Blake Snell has now gone 2 innings, throwing almost 60 pitches. He does have 3 strikeouts. So we can afford 2 more because we have the under 5.5 strikeouts. But at 58 pitches in 2 innings, he's not going more than 4 innings in this game. In fact, he's already thrown more pitches in this game at 58 than he did during his rehab starts. He was stretched out 4 innings, 55 pitches in his most recent rehab start. This was supposed to be his 4th rehab start, where he was going to get stretched out, hopefully 5 innings, and a maximum of 75 pitches. He is at 58 pitches through 2 innings. He's already given up 5 runs on 6 hits, 4 of them earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. I'm not watching the game. I mean, I'm watching on the TV, but not like watching. I don't know if the Dodgers have anybody warming up in the bullpen right now, but I would not be surprised if that's it, if Snell's done after 2 innings. And if he comes back out for the 3rd, it's got to be it. He's not coming out for the 4th, and he's definitely not coming out for the 5th. So under 13.5 outs recorded looks pretty good right now. Again, I love it when a plan comes together. How about the Minnesota Wild, who have taken a 2-0 lead here over the Colorado Avalanche with under 2 minutes to go in the first period? The Avs are on a power play here. But the first goal scored by Kirill Kaprizov. The second goal scored by Quinn Hughes about a minute and a half later. And the Minnesota Wild will take a 2-0 lead into the first intermission as they look to avoid going down 3-0. Now, the 2 goals, obviously not great, not ideal for our Scott Wedgwood saves prop, as Scott Wedgwood 8 saves on 10 shots against in that first period. So we're going to need him to close the lid here for the rest of this game and start racking up some saves. But our shots on goal props look okay right now. For Matt Boldy, he has 2 shots on goal. We have the over 3.5. For Ryan Hartman, he has 1 shot on goal. We have the over 2.5. Your goal scorers, as I mentioned, Kirill Kaprizov and Quinn Hughes on the power play. And so the Wild have a 2-0 lead here over the Colorado Avalanche. Let's take a look at the live line right now. Up on DraftKings, first intermission. Wild right now up 2-0. You can get the Avalanche at plus 270 on the money line. Avalanche plus a goal and a half is plus 110. Live total is at 6.5. Ooh. You know Colorado is going to surge here. They're that good. You know they're going to have an answer. Shutout in this first period, they will bounce back. I'm just curious, looking earlier in this playoffs, when Colorado was shut out in the first period, how did they do? Shut out in the first period against LA in game number 1. They scored a goal in the second period. In game number 2, shutout against LA, did not score in the second period. Game number 3 against LA, they scored 1 goal in the first period, so not shut out. Let's see, game 4 against LA, they put up a goal in the first period as well. And then we know what happened in the rest of the series. And we know what happened, of course, against, the first 2 games of this series, the 9-6 game and the 5-2 game. Boy, I know it's going to be significantly juiced. Actually, let's see what it is. I'll humor myself here. Just humor myself. All right. Colorado Avalanche. This is, again, one book, shop around, but I'm looking at DraftKings right now. The Avalanche team total for the second period is 1.5 goals, and it's at plus 170. The over 1.5 in the second period for both these teams combined, minus 200 up on DraftKings. Let's check another book, though, to see if there's maybe a price on a team total here for the Avalanche in the second period, like over 0.5 goal here in the second period. Let's see. Second period, team total goals, second period, over 1.5. At least on FanDuel, it's a little bit better than the minus 200. It's minus 185. Second period, both teams to score, plus 128 up on FanDuel. Second period, Avalanche, over 1.5 goals, plus 175. Do the Avalanche have 2 goals in them in the second period? I don't know if I want to wager on that. Minnesota's playing really good right now, but Colorado's going to score. Here's something that I might be interested in. The second period, it's so juiced. I guess that means I'm on the right side, I'm not going to bet it. Obviously, the juice is significant, but I guess it means I'm thinking on the right way. The goal in first 10, the gift, if you will, in the second period, the yes, minus 210. That's for a goal to be scored in the first 10 minutes of the second period. That's a bet that I like, but again, minus 210, I am not going to be betting that. No interest in the over 1.5 team total for the Avalanche, and no interest in the minus 200 or minus 185 even on maybe minus 185 on the over 1.5. But at that point, I might take a flyer on the plus money on the both teams to score, things like that in the second period. So pretty interesting the way that the books have set the lines. Let's take a look at what's going on in the NBA, though. The Lakers take a lead into the locker room. 59-57, the Lakers lead the Oklahoma City Thunder. Your live line is Thunder minus 5.5. Your live total is 223.5. Now, inside the numbers here in the first half, the Lakers 3-point game. That has been the driving force here for them in this first half. Especially Rui Hachimura, who is now, he was 4 of 5 from 3-point range. He's 4 of 4, from 3-point range. Wow. LeBron is 2 of 5 from 3-point range. Rui, a perfect 4 of 4 from 3-point range. 16 points for Rui in that first half. LeBron with 10. LeBron 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Austin Reeves, 1 of 5 from 3-point range. Luke Kennard, 3 of 4 from 3-point range. The Lakers, 11 of 20 from 3-point range in that first half. 11 of 20 from 3-point range. That's not going to continue. At least I don't think. The Thunder, meanwhile, 6 of 18 from 3-point range. Shea with 14 points on 4 of 14 shooting. Again, your live line right now is Thunder minus 5.5, total of 223.5. Before the game started, we did bet the Lakers team total to go under 100.5. Updated team total for the Lakers now is at 109.5. I'd gravitate towards the under, for being honest. Yes, I already bet the under 100, so I'm not going to double down and make one loser into 2 losers if it happens. But I do think that we get some shooting regression from the Lakers in the second half. I do. In fact, I think I'm going to go in on the Thunder here. I think I might go in on the Thunder. Let me look at the foul issues here. No one's in foul trouble. Shea just has had a poor shooting first half. I got to believe that changes here in the second half. I got to